The wise King Solomon said, "To everything there is a season, and to every purpose and matter under heaven there is a time." Now think about that. He didn't say some things and didn't also say to few things. He actually said to everything. So that means that everything has a season, which means that what you are experiencing today is not just random. It is seasonal. And many frustration that people face today is simply because they don't understand the season that they are in today. So because of that, today we are going to be decoding this particular topic and talking about seasons in the topic, the science of seasons. Now, there are 3 seasons that everyone in the journey of life will find themselves. You are either in one, going to another, and leaving one. Every human being. The very first one is the pruning season. Now, the pruning season is that season when you are expected to let go. That season when you are restructuring, when you are removing some things that no longer fit your life. Now, this is the most misunderstood season. You know why? Because it feels like as if you are not progressing. It actually feels like a loss. For example, you have outgrown certain relationships, but because you're used to them, it's a bit uncomfortable because you don't know where you're headed into and you don't want to leave the people you are used to already. Or you lose interest in things that would ordinarily excite you. Or you begin to detach yourself from your familiar environments. It is actually something that feels very uncomfortable and also very confusing. It feels like a baby that is being born out of a womb where he or she has been very comfortable to a world that they don't understand. Sometimes it's very discomforting. Probably that's why they cry as loud as they do. But the truth is that pruning is not punishment. It is preparation. It's just like a tree that is being trimmed so it can grow better. Sometimes life would remove certain things that are no longer necessary in your life so that you can grow stronger. Now, I want you to note that every fruit-bearing tree must be pruned. So if you're resisting pruning, you're simply telling yourself, I don't want to bear fruits anymore. The second season that a lot of people go through, everyone actually, is called the planting season. It's that season when you have a lot of efforts put in, but there are no visible results. Now, a lot of persons get tired at this point. Why? Because you are working very hard, putting in the work, but there is nothing to show for it. So you are learning a skill, for example, but there is no recognition coming from it. Or you are building a business or a relationship, but nothing appreciable is coming out of it yet. Or you are improving yourself the best way you can, but no one is noticing it. At some point, it feels like you should scream and shout, am I even making progress in life? Yes, that's actually the planting season. But let me tell you something. The planting season is not about visibility. It is about building a formidable foundation. I'm sure you know that in planting and in agriculture, seeds don't grow on the surface first. They first of all grow beneath the ground. So for every tree that will bear fruit, they must have to first of all take roots downward before they bear fruit upward. That is the principle of life. Now, there is something you would notice about these 2 seasons we've discussed right now. These 2 seasons look like they are waiting seasons. The pruning and the planting season, they look as if they are a waiting season because there are no applause to them, there are no results that are seen, and there are no visible rewards coming to anybody. So the question a lot of people begin to ask themselves is, how do I handle the waiting season? And what am I supposed to be doing with the waiting season? I want to tell you this day that the waiting season is not meant to be empty. You're supposed to be active in it. So there are 4 things that you should be doing in your waiting season. The very first one is that you need to be developing your skills. You need to use this time to improve. You need to learn more. You need to practice more. You need to get better. You know why? Because when opportunity comes, it will ask for the skills that you have learned. And a wise man said that it is better for you to be prepared and not have an opportunity than for you to have an opportunity and not prepared. The second thing that you should be doing in the waiting season is to strengthen your mindset. Let me tell you one truth. The truth is that the waiting season is a season that weakens you mentally. So you need to train your thinking. You need to train your mind. You need to learn to stay disciplined and continue doing that thing that seems as if it's not giving you results until the results begin to come. You need to train your mind to be focused, because whenever you decide to get something done, that's when a lot of shiny things that look attractive begin to come to you, yet they don't have substance in them. You should also learn to train your mind to be hopeful, so that you will know that tomorrow has better things for you, and that before long, this waiting season that you are in would actually pass. The third thing that you need to do in your waiting season is to refine your direction. Most times, a pause happens in your life because you are in the wrong direction. So it is a time for you to readjust yourself. It's a time for you to see clearer. It's a time for you to look out for those things that truly matters and begin to face that direction. We call it course correction. The next thing you need to do, which is the fourth thing, when you are in your waiting season, is that you need to begin to build your capacity. Growth is not just about the results you get. It's about becoming someone who can handle those results. I'm sure you've seen people that had some breakthroughs, some amazing open doors, some connections that came to them, but because they don't have the capacity to handle what came, they lost it. You know why? Because what you receive must match what you can sustain. If it doesn't match it, you would actually waste that thing you've received until it gets to the point of what you can sustain. So I want this to land very calmly in your mind and stick to your mind. Waiting is not a pause in progress. It is part of the process. Should I say that again? Waiting is not a pause in your progress. It is actually a part of the process that you're meant to go through. Now, the third season, remember, we are discussing the seasons. The first one is the pruning season. The second one is the planting season. Both of them look like waiting season. And I've told you 4 things that you should do in your waiting season. Now, the third season that you will go through is the harvest season. This is the season where your results begin to show. Your rewards become very loud, and your visibility is at its highest. This is the season that everybody loves, including me. I like that season. Why? Because things begin to manifest in your life. Your efforts will start paying off, and then your value will begin to get visible. Opportunities will be opening for you here and there, as if you just began, as if you just manifested. Meanwhile, you just walked into your harvest season. But here is the truth about harvest season. Harvest does not come randomly. No. It comes from what you have planted. It comes from what you have nurtured. It comes from what you have sustained. So, bear in mind that no planting, no harvesting. Bad planting, bad harvesting. Good planting would always give you good harvest, because what you sow, you will reap. Now, there is something else that people find very frustrating. I call it seasonal mismatch. It is very frustrating because people begin to feel as if they are wrong, but they are not wrong. They are just misaligned. How? Because they are not responding to the season according to what the season requires. Let me give you examples. Someone who is in his planting season is expecting results and expecting harvest, and because of that he's frustrated. Why? Because he's looking at different persons around him or her who are in their harvest season, and they also want their harvest season. Meanwhile, they are in their planting season. Some people are in their pruning season, but they are refusing to let go of those things that they are holding so dear, not knowing that until they let go, they can't go to the next level. Some persons who are in their waiting season are actually expecting immediate results, and because of that, they begin to abandon what they are doing, feeling that it doesn't work, not knowing that that is just a waiting season. Now, all this mismatch would always create frustration, it will create impatience, and it will create discouragement inside of you. So let us bring all the things we've listened to today together. Life is in seasons, ladies and gentlemen. It's either you are in the pruning season, the planting season, or the harvest season. Each of these seasons have their purpose, each of them. And the progress you make is not just about moving forward. It's about responding correctly to the season you find yourself today. Because when you understand your season, you will stop forcing results. You will stop comparing yourself to other people. You will stop misunderstanding and misinterpreting your journey. You will begin to align. And that is what gives you peace of mind and also helps you to arrive safely to the next season. So what is the assignment for us today? We need to take a pause in our lives and ask ourselves honestly, what season am I truly in right now? Am I in my pruning season, or my planting season, or my harvesting season? Then ask yourself, am I responding correctly and in accordance to my season? Or am I fighting it? Because the answer you give to this question will determine the peace you have in your life. If you're fighting your season, you can't have peace. But if you are submitting to the season and following it, you will see that peace will come to you. So I want to drop this with you as a final note. Every season has a purpose. Please learn that. But you can only enjoy the purpose the season has when you understand where exactly you are, in which of the seasons you find yourself. And when you find it, please don't rush that season. Don't also resist or fight the season. Understand the season and align to it. And when you do that, you will begin to see your life unfold and go to other levels in the way it's meant to be. This has been Ace with Okwi, the Wealth Maestro. Join me on all social media platforms. Leave me a comment, give me a like, share this so that people can learn from it. My handle is at Okwi W Maestro. Let's continue to talk and continue to exchange ideas, because all we want to do is to achieve clear excellence. God bless you.